I hope everyone is doing all right when you tune in. So this is going to be a general bones and charms readings for both Capricorn and Aquarius for July 2024. All right, all the readings that I do are timeless, so it may resonate a couple months in the past or even a couple months into the future, or it could even resonate last July or upcoming July next year, right? It's all relative since time is fluid. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a few minutes. I wanted to start off by doing a sound bell and just did a little bit of incense before I turned on the camera to clear energy from the previous reading, or energy just in general, right? So again, I hope everyone's doing well. And I want to check the sound real quickly too before we get started to make sure everybody can hear me and all that good stuff. All right, because yes, that is important. Okay, so sounds good. So we're going to go ahead and continue. But yes, everyone is welcome here, regardless of where you may have Capricorn and Aquarius in your individual birth chart. Okay, so you could be more than a sun sign or moon sign or rising sign, Capricorn or Aquarius. I will be providing timestamps after the live is done from when we start the Aquarius part of the reading. So for some people who just want that, I will be providing that after the fact. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get started here and do a quick sound bell and see what we have coming up for Capricorn. All right, so this is going to be for July 2024. And if you feel guided, it's a great time to take a couple of deep breaths. And if you just want to listen, that's okay too. If you're sensitive to sound or listening with headphones, you can turn it down a little bit, but hopefully it won't be too bad and it's not forever. Okay. All right, guys. So thank you for your patience. So this is going to be for Capricorn for July 2024. All right. All right, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and shuffle your bones and charms, as I like to call it. It's going to be where I'm shaking the bowl where they are. So again, I'll be a little bit loud for a little bit, but it won't be forever. All right, so thank you guys for your patience. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for the highest good for July 2024. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for July 2024 for their highest good. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for their highest good for July 2024. Capricorn. Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn, Earth sign Capricorn for the highest good for July 2024. Messages for Capricorn, guide my hands for July 2024. Capricorn. Spirits guide my hands. Spirits guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn for July 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Spirit, guide my hands. For Capricorn for July 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Spirit, guide my hands. For Capricorn for July 2024. All right. So we got everything out of the bowl there. I'm going to go ahead and flip over a couple of the charms that I can, just so we can see what they are. One fell like right on top of my pen, but that's okay. Try to bring these a little bit closer just because they're starting to go all the way off the mat there, but we still read them from where they are, so I just moved them like a little bit closer, so oops, so you guys can see. I will be taking the camera down in just a few minutes. Okay. So you guys can see the bones and charms up close. So just give me a second. Okay, delicate. Okay. I don't want to do too much over there because a lot of them are touching each other, and we'll just flip them as we go through, okay? But I'm going to go ahead and just bring this one down just so you can see it more. It kind of flew further out. Anything that goes off the mat is just energy from the past, but for the sake of you being able to see it when I'm holding the camera over here, and for the photo that I'm going to take right now, I just brought it a little bit closer, but it doesn't change the meaning of it. Let's do that way, it's probably better. Okay. And put a little bit of the ambient music back on. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring the camera now closer for you guys. Okay, hopefully I didn't shake the table too much just now. I don't think I did, but something sounded like it moved. It could have just been my coffee cup since I have that over here. All right, let's see here. Capricorn, what we have coming up for you for July and possibly beyond. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of stay in this zoomed out position for a second. Okay, so again, show you kind of got a couple charms over here on the side, out here as well. Okay, but yeah, when I was shaking the bones and charms while it was in the bowl, or shuffling them as I like to say, it could be that I felt a lot of the energy just felt like it was right around here, and that's kind of where some of the stuff ended up coming out. You've got a lot going on in each quadrant, but I would say the majority looks like it's in the body and mental health quadrant here, and then possibly in relation as we go through. But just looking at visually, that's where a lot of them ended up going. Okay, so I'm going to hover my hands over for a second. I should have done this before I moved the camera, but that's okay. I can do it with one hand as well, okay? And just ask the spirits where they want me to start this reading. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this reading today? Okay. It's like right there, and I think that's under one of the skulls. All right, so that's what we're going to do, okay? I just follow my hand when it gets really hot. That's where they're like, that's where you start, okay? So as we go closer here, I'm just going to turn it right side up for a second so you can kind of see that it is a skull. I have 2 skulls here in my kit, okay, that I've made myself. And so both can tell us where someone's mind is at, literally where their head is at, okay? So Capricorn, this could be you, it could be someone you're dealing with, multiple people you're dealing with, general environment situation. So always just take it how it may resonate for you. But basically with this first skull here, and it was laying on its side, right? Just want to put it back kind of how it was. The first skull here is they're both in relationships and love section, okay? So it's all types of relationships. It can be romantic, it can be platonic with friends and family, and it can be self-love. We're just flipping over the Buckeye that we'll get to in a little bit. But basically here we start off, we get really close, is we have one of the animal claws touching the back of the skull, which is then touching the crown, and the crown is touching the apple. We have one of the human teeth bones over here. It's not touching, but it's very close. So it could be saying here, Capricorn, throughout the month of July and in a little bit beyond as well, there could be a real striving for gaining either more confidence in your relationship with yourself and others, or it could be even gaining a position of authority in some type of relationship or multiple relationships with yourself and others with the crown here. Now this could also have something to do with a teacher, a mentor, a guide, spiritual guru, etc. For yourself and for others. And or it could also be your own leadership qualities coming in here with wanting that position of authority, and really thinking about that, okay? So I also see, if we go back a little bit here, if we pull out, we can see where the dotted lines are. This separates all the different sections here, right? So even though stuff is falling outside of the mat or off of the mat, they're still in this quadrant, okay? So the first 2 we'll talk about over here before we move further back to where we were, because again, they wanted me to start right here, and I did, but I can't like go too far from these as well. All right, so here we have, and hopefully you can see it. I'll try to put it more on the, there we go, the black part of the mat, okay. Or the cloth, whatever. So here we have a puzzle piece, and here we have a book, okay? And so this is saying that in some way here, Capricorn, in the past, somebody or you yourself, multiple people, general environment situation, was really trying to get more information and get some kind of pieces to the puzzle regarding a relationship or multiple relationships. Okay, so again, this is more past energy, but I just wanted to go over that for a second. Now as we go down here, and again, we're just looking at what's inside this part, and you know, to the right of those dotted lines here, okay? So you do have some of the alligator claw, okay, showing up here. You've got the skeleton hand, all right? You've got the raccoon penis bone here, one of the first ones. I think there's 2 in my set. And then you also have the Leo charm and the cat's eye. Okay, so over this way, Capricorn, it's interesting because the alligator claw is almost like reaching, and the skeleton hand is like, they're not necessarily reaching for each other, but they're really close, and one is more in this section and the other one's a little bit in this section, but more in the work and money. So there is possibly, you know, in the past or recent past, some type of masculine energy that could be connected, and we all have masculine and feminine, right? But some kind of masculine energy here that could be connected to, you know, some kind of passed on loved ones, friends, family member, spirit guide, guardian angel, angels, etc. Because that's my symbol for that, the skeleton hand. So it's like all this masculine energy maybe was trying to help manifest this, or the spiritual team, I guess, had a lot of masculine energy in the past in some way, and maybe even still currently. Now, this could have something to do with a Leo, a person who's a Leo. zodiac sign, or it could be something to do with Leo season, or Leo in your chart or someone else's, or it has nothing to do with those things, but it's just the general characteristics of Leo. So having more passion, creativity, courage, strength, all those things, being in the spotlight about something. So it's not actually touching the raccoon penis bone, but it was very close. Okay. Now I see with the cat's eye here, Capricorn, that in the past, there could have been something that you were not seeing clearly in regards to your relationships and love, since we're still in that section. Okay. And then maybe this is when, you know, your spiritual team was bringing in this kind of spiritual masculine energy that was maybe trying to help you see something more clearly, either about a Leo, or again, something to do with Leo season, or just those general, you know, characteristics like passion, creativity, courage, strength, etc. And maybe even being in the spotlight in some way. Okay. So when we also see the alligator claw here, just a little bit past the line, it's really more like the nail of the alligator claw. Alligator claw, excuse me, is like striving for something, trying to get more abundance. It can talk about money, but in regards to relationships and love, it could just be abundance, trying to get more abundance in all of your relationships here. Okay. So again, this could be more recent past energy or in the past, since it's kind of further out. All right, now if we go this way, since we're already kind of over here, this is where your other skull is. And it's got something on its side. I think that's the fork, okay? But also back here too, it was almost lost in this little pattern on the mat, is you have the star, okay? So it could be also in the recent past here, Capricorn. You were trying to find your North Star in regard to your relationship to yourself and others. Okay, so what makes you stand out, I'm hearing, but also like what is your, like following your North Star is like following your true path, right? So your true path in the way that you relate to yourself and others. Okay, so again, that could be energy a little bit further going back in the past. Now here with the fork, I'm just going to flip it so you can see it. This is about, what am I, someone or something, multi-people, general environment, situation, what am I digesting about my relationships with myself and others. Okay, so because it was like turned on its side there, well, now I don't know if I can, there we go, that's kind of how it was. It's like also it can be on the top, right? So on the crown chakra. So really activating, you know, some intuitive psychic energies here for some of you guys throughout the month, maybe even longer. But yeah, really trying to dig deep. And this, I moved it just a little bit when I put the fork back, but whatever. It's basically on the love word that's on the mat, okay? And once it camera's focuses in a second. So it's upside down, but hopefully you can see LOVE, right? So again, all forms of love and how we digest those things, or you digest those things, Capricorn. Now, if we go up this way, there could be something to do with children here. So actual children in the 3D physical world. It could be your children if you have children, or someone else's children, right? Or it could just be a childlike, youthful energy. Or it could also be inner child work, right? It'd be different for everybody. But basically, it's like there's happiness behind it with the sun. And it carries over a little bit into work and money that we'll get into later. But I would say the majority of the baby is in the relationships and love, okay? So maybe it's about getting back to that too. And when we ask ourselves those questions about what we're digesting in terms of relationships with ourselves and others, okay? Now, if we go this way, we see the safety pin, and we also see the lightning bolt here. And they are kind of touching each other, but they're by themselves very close to the buckeye, and also very close going back to the fork here. So there could be some kind of idea that comes in here, if it hasn't already, Capricorn, or will come in, something about safety within a relationship or relationships, multiple, right? But it's like has the possibility here to be very abundant. And because it's very close to the dog ankle bone here, and then also the nutmeg, okay, this is like both of these things can represent money, but they can also represent abundance in general. And since we're in the relationships and love section and not the money section, it's just abundance in general. So if we are able to add more flexibility around this idea or ideas that come in about something to do with safety in a relationship or relationships, then it's going to become even more abundant or become the type of relationship that we want with ourselves and others here. Okay, so then I see over here on the other side, sorry, my shadow is trying to, let's see if I hold it like that, maybe better. Okay, on the other side here, we see the listening bells, we see the fish, we see the mermaid, we see the coyote penis bone here, and they're all kind of touching each other. There's the witch over here. We have the symbol for Capricorn right here, that's you, or depending on where you have Capricorn in your chart. And then we have the irresponsibility coin in the middle here, and the water symbol on top. Okay, so here I'm seeing Capricorn, that this abundance, it's like you or someone else could really, with the buckeye here again, was really listening for that, or is listening for those things. And it has something to do with also, incorporating some type of masculine energy that maybe was from a long time ago, but it has the potential, or it did have the potential, to bring in this prosperity or even giving back to others. Okay, so I just wanted to flip the fish for some reason. But, because it's also touching the witch, that's my symbol for friend or friends. So it could be that there's a group of friends here, Capricorn, that is helping you with these things, or it's just one person, right? Or you could be helping someone else with these things, okay? I feel that if there is, a little bit of irresponsibility energy showing up here, it could be irresponsible with the emotions. Someone could be being irresponsible with their emotions, with the water symbol here. And it kind of asks us over here with the Capricorn symbol, it could also be about another Capricorn, of course, or Capricorn season, or Capricorn in your chart or their chart, or, even Capricorn, I already said season, but yeah, so if it's not one of those things, it's like what Capricorn represents, right? So putting effort into something. Are we gonna put effort into being irresponsible with our emotions, or can we help a friend or group of friends, or they can help us to listen to how to manifest some type of masculine energy, to help others, right? So a lot of times, if we are feeling, sorry, let me turn that down. If we're feeling like really guarded, right, with our own emotions, let's say, or being irresponsible with someone else's emotions, sometimes they can recommend like doing some type of charity work or helping others until you can get back and kind of figure out, what's going on here. So again, this doesn't necessarily have to be you here, Capricorn, but it is what is showing up. So how much effort are we putting into that? And can we be more flexible? Okay, so the mountain goat, the Capricorn symbol, even though it looks more like a ram, that's my symbol for Capricorn, is going up the mountain, really difficult, narrow paths. Okay, so it's flexibility, just like the dog ankle bone over here. Okay, so maybe there needs to be more flexibility with how we show our emotions to ourselves, or how we use our emotions, not only to ourselves but to others. It's something about vibrations, okay, too, because then we have the bat touching the irresponsibility coin here. So bats are all about echolocation. They're blind, they communicate in the dark, in the cave with each other. So it's like, yeah, if we have some emotions that we're being irresponsible about, even if we think we can mask them or the other person thinks they can or whatever it is. You can still feel that, okay, on a really like subtle level with the vibrations, okay? So, um, anyway, I feel that this is something here. Oh, let me go that way. Sorry, yeah, with the camera. This is something here that either you're going to be thinking a lot about throughout the month of July or someone else's, but it is related to some type of beautiful transformation here, Capricorn. And I love this, right? Because Saturn is your ruler here, and Saturn and the butterfly are touching. Okay, again, we're still in your relationships and love section, but Saturn is also in the center. If we pull all the way out, anything that falls in the center area is going to affect like all the different areas, okay? But it's really in that section of relationships and love too. So Saturn being your ruler, it's like coming into a more grounded, slowed, stern, strict energy regarding your transformation in the way that you relate to yourself and others here, okay? So that's like a really big deal, and I feel like it's beautiful, right? Like I've been saying a couple of the readings for a while now, that we have a lot of different Saturn placements happening throughout the whole year 2024. So that being your ruler, it could be very transformative year for you in general, right? You may be feeling it more than others because that's your ruler, but I feel like it's in a really positive way because that's your natural kind of energy, if that makes sense. As far as like that getting organized, slowed down, strict kind of sterner type of energy. Doesn't mean that you don't have things we have to work on or whatever. We all do, but yeah, hopefully you understand what I'm saying here with that being your natural ruler here, okay? Now, as we go this way a little bit here, Capricorn, excuse me, I see we got the honeybee here, one of the honeybees. We've got the leaf. We've got the scissors that are more in the work and money, but they also are crossing over into relationships and love. We have the turtle on top of the scissors, and then we have the symbol for Sagittarius over here. We have part of the dove's tail coming into relationships and love as well. So this can really talk about here, Capricorn, needing to go slow and cut something away. So I like that the scissors are touching the leaf because both of these are clearing energy, cutting away, clearing, cleansing, and needing to go slow with that. So maybe there's some relationships that you're cutting away or you're letting go of, or there's some relationships with yourself and others that you're trying to have more of a clearing kind of peaceful energy with it, and you're trying to go slow. And I say peaceful because I just moved it by accident, but the doves, remember, so delicate. Their tail was also kind of going that way as well into the relationships and love. Now, here with the symbol for Sagittarius, it could be something to do with the Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season, or Sagittarius is helping you, or where you have Sagittarius in your chart can give you some clues. Or if it's not any of those things, or in addition to that, it could also be just talking about what are your goals, aspirations, and plans for the future in regards to the way you relate to yourself and others. Okay, so I like that it's kind of going towards happiness. So if you follow the line of the bow and arrow, it's going to hit happiness and it's going to hit the baby's head. So that can be another kind of added message, like, yes, my goals, dreams, and aspirations as far as my relationships are concerned or is about happiness and maybe a childlike energy, or something to do with inner child work here too as well. But yeah, I really like this for you, Capricorn. I also wanted to say there's a little bit, if we go this way, of the envelope charm coming into just the tail, a little tip of it, coming into your relationships and love section too. So there could be some type of letter, message, document, or a sign from your guides, your ancestors, past and loved ones, friends, whatever it is. You could be giving this to someone, or someone could be giving this to you. It doesn't have to be a physical letter, message, document, but it is some type of communication that's coming in, that could, help with all these different things that we just talked about in your relationships and love. Or if it doesn't help, then it helps. I just feel like it helps. So yeah, I can't say that it's not going to help, because it just feels like it's going to help. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So let's see what section they want me to go to now. Yeah, I feel, well, it's like either body or mental, or work and money. I guess since we're already over here, we could go into body and mental, because that's where the majority of all your, and hopefully the camera will focus again in a second. Please, camera, let us focus. All right, well, we're going closer anyway, so hopefully it'll focus when we get closer. So yes, let's now go ahead, Capricorn, and move into body and mental. So this letter message document that we were just talking about, it may help clear up some confusion with health stuff, whether it's about yourself or someone else, okay? But this is perhaps something that you've been thinking about for some time with the human teeth bone here, or someone else has been, okay? And really wishing for this as well, because it falls within the turkey wishbone's legs, as I've been calling it, okay? So it's not all the way inside, of course, but it's still in that kind of angle or direction. Okay, I want to see what's out. The first thing that I saw when I was done shaking the bones and charms is, here is the spider and the spider web. So because it falls outside the mat, it's something from the past, but it's still in this section. Okay, so you or someone else, multiple people, general environment, situation here, Capricorn, could could have been perhaps thinking a lot about your relationship with your body and your mental health, and how that affects all the other sections, your spiritual, your money, your relationships, right? So I kind of see that with the spider all the way out there. Now let's see what else kind of fell outside the mat here as well. So here we have the ship anchor too. So it could also be that someone here has been thinking a lot about their freedom. When we lift the anchor, we want to go. When we drop the anchor, we want to stop. So freedom and safety in regards to somebody's health here has really been something that has been on someone's mind as well, okay? Now as we go over here, we can see, we're talking about the turkey wishbone. Let's talk about all the things that are outside of it and then inside of it too. So here we have the symbol for Libra. The balance scales, on top of the balance scales is the snake vertebrae, okay? Then we have the elephant inside. We got a piece of corn inside, and we have the freedom handcuffs inside, and I'm going a little bit out too, okay? So here, Capricorn, this could be talking about some type of support, whether it's from a Libra, okay, or something about Libra season, okay, or Libra in your chart or their chart, or it has just nothing to do with Libra zodiac, but what it represents. So the balance scales is justice and balance, right? Equal give and take, okay? One part of the scales isn't higher up and one part isn't lower. They're equal, okay? Now in terms of, let me turn that down, sorry. There is some type of support system or group of people, or you supporting someone else, but it's tied to here, Capricorn, like some type of memory or group of memories, series of memories here with the elephant. So really perhaps wishing for that, right? So who doesn't want a balanced support system, friends, family, etc.? Who doesn't want that? That sounds great. Or who doesn't want to help others try to get that as well? But when we were talking about this in relation to it being in the body and mental health section, it could be like, how do I get more balance and support within my body, within my mental health? Like, how can I connect all of those things together? And what are like the positive memories I have about my body and my mental health that I've wished for? Okay, there could have something to do, like emphasis here on like nutrition, okay, for some of you guys as well with the corn here, or some type of substance. But it's like, yeah, wanting to figure out how we can use the diet perhaps to have more freedom within our health goals with body and mental health. Okay, so I like that for you, Capricorn. All right, so as we go up here and then kind of go down and talk about that stuff too, right on, there's a couple things on the dotted lines that separate the sections. Okay, so here we have feminine symbol, we've got the dragonfly, we've got part of the Pisces twin fish, and we have Pegasus, and I think that's the wish charm. Let's see if I can flip it without. Yes. Go back where you were. Okay, I don't want to move it too much, but anyway, it was like that. Okay. So Capricorn, it's like there could be this feminine energy here that is helping you. Feminine energy, we all have masculine and feminine side, more of a receiving energy that's perhaps helping you here with not only spiritual unconscious, but also your body and mental health. Something to do with your dreams for these two things. If you think of spirit, mind, body, all the things connected, all the health aspects, okay? So there could also be a feminine receiving energy that has something to do with Pisces. Could be a Pisces person, could be someone who's got a lot of Pisces in their chart, or where you have Pisces in your chart, or they do, or something about Pisces season, or just the characteristics of Pisces. So going with the flow, not going against the tide or the water, but going with it. Okay. Now this is interesting because where it's falling on the mat, there's underneath this coin, you can see that's the head, and then it's a person's body kind of meditating. So interesting here that the Pisces fish is kind of on like the left knee. Okay, so random, not for everybody, but it could be like take care of your knees or something, I don't know, or add more flexibility, go with the flow, doing more stretches, something about joints here for some of you, but not everybody, since it is a general reading. But also this Pisces energy could bring in more freedom here with the Pegasus, okay, and wanting to bring some kind of wish, okay, and the wish is in the center here too, that's going in the circle in the center that affects all the quadrants. So body, mental, spiritual, unconscious, work, money, and relationships and love. So there's definitely like a lot of, kind of crossover things happening here. But I feel like this Pisces energy also wants to help you or someone else, multiple people, general environment, situation, help bring something into balance with the yin and yang here too. So that is really beautiful. It could even just be as simple as like, you need to drink more water, right? We're talking about body and mental health. It affects all the things. But that's just like a basic one there for you. Again, it's going to be different for everybody since it's a general reading. But I like this. I'm kind of trying to get a better angle with the camera here. Capricorn, I was about to call you Pisces, but this is Capricorn reading. We have the angel coin sitting here on top. Okay, and there's some stuff underneath it. I think it's the ship anchor. I'll move it in a second. And then the seashell over here. But it's like your angels, guardian angels, spirit guides are helping you with something in regards to your mental health or your crown chakra, because that's what it's covering. It's covering the head, okay? So that is beautiful. I'm just going to move it over here. So yes, then we have the ship, and then we have the seashell. So this can be talking about some type of travel here, traveling in the mind, right? So even if we can't go on an actual physical vacation, this can talk about astral travel or traveling in the 5D or lucid dreaming here. But it's like the angel spirit guides, guardian angels are protecting that or helping like facilitate that. And if you don't know what those things are, you can always just do like a little internet search and read more about it, okay? But I like that a lot here for you, Capricorn, so I'm just going to move it back, okay? You could also be thinking a lot about travel in the future, or planning for some type of travel. You could also be again, with the water, needing to drink more water, Pisces energy, and on the knee of the person meditating underneath that's on the mat. It could also be like thinking about traveling or thinking about being around water and how that helps with our body and mental health, right? So yeah, water is just really healing. And I'm doing this today on July 5th, and we have the new moon in Cancer. So definitely lots of water energy, okay? Now let's keep going forward here. So here we see Capricorn that there's a little stagnant energy here with the lock, and it looks like it's right on the heart area. Yeah, it is. It's like the left side, okay? So there could be some stagnant energy, even just in the heart chakra, the energy points. So there's definitely, ways to clear that, and you can look those meditations and methods up online. But it feels like that could be due to perhaps someone who's passed away here with the coffin going this way. I know it's hard to see, but it's a little shiny. You can hopefully see it on the black on black, right? But it's like this heart chakra could be a little bit blocked, or hopefully it's not like actual issues with the heart. But again, I'm not a doctor. Always check with your personal practitioner and all that stuff, okay? This is a reading on YouTube for bones and charms. I'm not a doctor. But yeah, this heart chakra, if it is blocked or a little bit of stagnant energy here, it could be because there is still like some sorrow here I'm hearing, and some unresolved issues perhaps for some with somebody who has passed on, friends, family, etc. If it's not a person that's actually passed on, it could also be that there's a little bit of stagnant energy that a spirit guide, guardian angel can help you with if you call to them and ask them to, okay? There is a big, beautiful frog here. Just flip it over so you can kind of see it better, but it's like that. Yeah, the frog is kind of coming out here of like the root chakra area or the sacral chakra. So some type of leap of faith here energy for you, Capricorn, during the month of July. So I don't know what that's going to be for everybody in terms of your body and mental health. But I would definitely, look into the chakras if you're not already familiar, and see how you can bring healing to that as well, okay? Now, if we go over this way, we got the hummingbird, which was, very close and touching the coffin. Then the hummingbird's touching one of the bumblebees, and then we've got the masculine energy over here symbol as well. So this could be here, Capricorn, that this passed on loved one, friends, family member, or just your spirit guides, guardian angels, that wants to help with that locked, stagnant energy over the heart. It could have something to do with harnessing your own power and doing things that you're naturally good at, okay? Because that's going to bring that's going to help you get out of that funky energy over here, okay? So it's like, yes, your innate physical power, things you're naturally good at, not caring what other people may say about those things. There could be a masculine energy here that's going to help you with that, and harnessing your own masculine energy, because we all have both positive and but yes, both positive and negative, but I was trying to say both masculine and feminine. One is not better than the other, or attached to those things, okay? But let's pull out and go this way now here, Capricorn. So again, I want to kind of say that like whatever falls in the circle in the center of all the different sections applies to everything. So there's your Saturn ruler there. There's the doves. That's the peaceful energy. There's the big ass yes charm here, right? And then there's the wish, and there might be something else underneath it. We'll know as we go forward. But there could be something that you're wishing for, and the universe is your spirit guides, your spiritual team's going to come in and say yes. Okay, so that is beautiful. It's mainly falling in your spiritual unconscious section, but it also goes in to the work and money over here. But because it touches the center, it can touch all of these things, okay? So let's see, there's nothing really all the way out here but we do have the stuff that's on the line. So again, Capricorn, there could be a feminine Pisces kind of energy that it wants to help you with your spiritual dreams and your unconscious dreams as well, and wants to help you have more freedom and bring in some type of spiritual wish too. Okay, now if we flip this over, this is the strawberry. Yes, yes. So strawberry is very close to one of the animal claws here. Well, two of them. We got this is the coyote claw, I believe. I don't know what this other one is exactly, but the claws are about striving for something. So there could be some type of details here that need to be looked over again. They could be spiritual details or unconscious, subconscious details, but you have a lot of good luck in this area throughout the month here, Capricorn. You don't have a whole lot going on in this section because it just feels like there's other things that are more pressing at this time, but it feels really good. Let's go ahead and lift up the yes coin and see what's underneath it. All right, so very interesting here. You've got the feather and you have the money bags underneath. You also have the seahorse here, Capricorn. So there's a lot of spiritual clearing and cleansing that's going on, and Spirit put that yes coin on it to say, yes, keep doing that. Keep doing your spiritual, unconscious, subconscious cleansing. Okay. They're also saying that if there's something that you wish for, whether it's more money, it could also be talking about being valued, because we're in spiritual unconscious section. It's not technically in the money section over here. So if we want to be more valued, possibly within a family situation with the seahorse here, or with a family, or whatever we consider family. Doesn't have to be your blood family. It can be your group of people, your tribe. But it's like, yes, keep going for that, because it is possible. Okay, the yes is on it, big time. Okay, stay. All right. So let's see now, as we go into your other quadrant here, what else is going on here to finally your work and money. So if we pull all the way back here, we can see that we have the lizard over here. We got a cup. We got your other raccoon penis bone here. And of course we have the alligator claw. Okay, so they're all still in the work and money quadrant if you follow the dotted lines, right? And over there is just crystals, so don't worry about that. But they're not part of my kit as of right now. They're just my crystals. Okay, main thing here we'll start with, right, Capricorn, is you got a lot of good luck in work and money section throughout the month of July. Sometimes it lands on the dotted line on two different quadrants, but no, this time it's all here. Okay, so that is beautiful. If we look though, we start talking about the things that are more further out. This is me energy from the past here, Capricorn. So it could be that there was something that was very emotional in terms of work and money in the past or recent past, that did require some healing from you or someone else, multiple people, general environment situation. Okay, but this striving for like how to manifest this more aggressive masculine energy, this brought in the need to balance that with, if it got too aggressive in the past, or even more in the starting in the past and then going into the current as well, if there was a need to like balance that out. Here we see the snake rib bone, so we breathe our ribs, right? So if there was too much masculine energy trying to manifest something in terms of work and money situations, this is coming in and saying, okay, let's take a little bit of a breath here too. Okay, so when you take this breath, or when that energy shifts and changes a little bit, that's when you have all that good luck coming in. Okay, so sometimes if we push too hard for something, it's just not right. Right, so if we can relax a little bit and let the past masculine energy that we might have worked on manifest, then all this kind of good luck is going to come in. So if there was also questions, or still are questions about a work or money finance situation, it's like really listen to what the work itself is telling you here, Capricorn. So if we flip that over just so you can see, that's one of the seashells that if it was a really big one, you could put it up to your ear and you could hear the ocean. So it's one of my other symbols for listening, and it was kind of turned like that on the word work. So it's like listen for the work, listen to the work, listen for work opportunities, something like this. Or if there's questions, okay, there may be some answers in just looking at the basics here, I'm hearing, okay. Um, I also feel like that if we could look at the dotted line here too, there's lots of stuff, that is crossing over into both these sections from relationships and love where we started, and then into work and money. So if there are some questions, it could be about some type of situation with work and money in regards to actual children. It could be your children, someone else's children. It could be a childlike energy, okay? It could be like, how do I incorporate like maybe more passion into my work, or childlike energy into my work? How can I incorporate more of also my happiness with the sun, right, being on the line there too, into my money and work situation, even if it's a side hustle or whatever it may be, okay? Um, but I want to go ahead and move this rabbit's foot and see what's underneath here. Okay. So we got the bicycle right on the money word. We've got the rope here. We've got the Cupid. We've got the mountain symbol. We've got the chair. And then we have another seashell right on top of the chair as I move it. Okay, get back to where you kind of were. Okay. Stay. All right. So here, Capricorn, I'm seeing that there could be an opportunity to travel with a work and money situation. There could also be something about upgrading your modes of transportation, or changing your modes of transportation that has something to do with work and money. But I really feel that this good luck, again, with the lucky rabbit's foot that was over right here in the center, that this good luck is really going to change over time, and also bring in more love and answers here, right? So this is not just romantic love, it's all forms of love, self-love, platonic love, all the things. So as this good luck over time increases in your work and money situations, it's going to bring in more answers here with the key. It's going to help you cut away anything that is no longer serving the highest good for your work and money section. It's going to bring in a slow, kind of peaceful energy too. It could cut away or change any goals, dreams, or aspirations that you have in work and money, and maybe just altering those, okay? Or cutting things out of magazines, or making a vision board, or whatever it could be, right? Now I want to see what's underneath here. The yes coin, we're going to move it over. Okay, that's right. So here you have another symbol for good luck besides your lucky rabbit's foot that was right here. I'm going to put it kind of back to how it was. So here we have a horseshoe, and inside the horseshoe we've got the ladybug. So lots of extra good luck, okay? And this good luck could help you in a work and money situation that feels like family, or has something to do with family, again with this part of the seahorse being up in this section as well. Let me move this again, because we do also have something going on here, Capricorn, that there could be a lot of challenges throughout the month in the home or with the home, but there's a lot of feminine listening energy that wants to help you with that, a feminine, softer, receiving energy, right, that wants to help you with that, okay? So I feel like if there are some challenges here, and maybe having to spend more money or work harder within the home, or something about the home, that it's doesn't take away from all the other good luck you have throughout the month in that section in work and money, okay? So I wouldn't worry too much about that, what that may be for you. but it'll be different since it's a general reading meant for multiple people. Again, with the yes coin being like a big focus here, I would say that if there was something that you were wishing for, not only in your work and money, but in your spiritual life, your mental, physical body, and then also in your relationships and love, that peaceful energy is coming, okay? And it is bringing also your ruler Saturn here to maybe, what is the way to say it? To maybe help get more organized about these wishes in these different areas. And yeah, just get organized and just get on your game, okay? Not that you weren't before, but it's again, that's your ruler, so that's like natural energy for you, okay? So I feel like throughout the month and also throughout the whole year, you can look when we have all these different Saturn placements, okay? So I believe, where are my astrology notes? I know Neptune just went retrograde. I believe Saturn either went direct or retrograde too, not that long ago. Let me see here, guys. Hold on. I don't see it for July, so it probably happened before then, right? Yeah, Neptune retrograde was on July 2nd. But what about Saturn? I don't see anything here about Saturn. So either happened in June. I think it was. Oh yes, I think it was June 30th. I think Saturn went direct. Okay. But don't quote me on that. But I think that's right. So anyway, long story short here, Capricorn, I think you should take advantage of all this Saturn energy to your benefit here, okay? So feel free to let me know in the comments if you feel guided, if any of this made sense to you or it starts to make sense later as we go through time. But yeah, thank you so much, Capricorn. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to Aquarius now. So we're gonna do some cleansing and clearing of the bones and charms. We'll do a little incense and maybe the sound bell, of course, and then we'll get started for Aquarius. So let me just bring the camera back over here a little bit. Okay, that looks kind of about right. Let's see. A little bit. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. All right, so yeah, so let's clear up this stuff and see what we have for Aquarius. Again, thank you so much, Capricorn. I love my Capricorns out there, my Capricorn suns. Regardless of where you may have Capricorn in your chart. But I have a lot of good friends that are sun sign Capricorn, so they know who they are. My grandma, one of my grandmas was a Capricorn sun sign too, so I love me some Capricorns. All right. Anyway, let's get all the bones and charms here and clear energy. I try to put the heavier ones on the bottom because some of these are very fragile and knock on, yeah, this is wood. They haven't broke so far. Okay. All right. Let's do, I think that Palo Santo is done, so let's do an actual incense cone, if I can. I have the fan on, so, and this lighter's been giving me issues. Okay. Maybe if I do it down here, I've got protection from the fan a little bit. Okay. It got so quiet. It's like, what happened to my ambient music? Okay. we got our sound bell here. So if you can't do smoke, intention and just clearing with sound is also another great way to get rid of previous energies, readings, or just in general, right, for ourselves too. All right, so we'll just kind of let that go in the background. And yeah, let's see what we have here coming up for you, Aquarius, for July 2024. All right, so if you feel guided, you can take a couple of deep breaths while we do this sound healing. If not, you can just listen as well and not to the commercials. All right, there we go. Thank you guys for your patience. So this is going to be for Aquarius for July 2024. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what the spirits want to tell you today for July, the rest of July, and maybe even beyond that. All right. So when I shake the bones and charms here in the bowl, it does make some noise. So just kind of bear with me or turn the volume down temporarily if you need to. All right, thank you for your patience and understanding, guys. All right, spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius, for air sign Aquarius, for July 2024. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius, for July 2024. Messages for Aquarius, messages for Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius for July 2024. One's already kind of fallen out, so I feel like your energy is strong, Aquarius, right now. Okay. Spirits, guide my hands, messages for Aquarius for July 2024 for the highest good. Messages for Aquarius for July 2024. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius for the highest good. Aquarius for July 2024. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius for July 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius for July 2024. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius for July 2024. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. Whew, all right. That was a lot. I felt a lot of the energy of Aquarius. Okay. So, I'm going to flip over the ones real quickly that I can, that aren't disturbing the others. And we'll take our picture and get started. Very gentle. We're going to play that game Operation. It's like that. We have to operate on a little man, and there's all these little pieces. And if you touch the other pieces, then you lose. It's kind of like that. Or that's what it makes me think of. Anyway. I can probably flip this one. Okay. Maybe a few more. I don't want to disturb too much. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now because some of them are too close to each other. I don't want to mess it up. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay, Aquarius, let's take your picture and get started. Move this up a little bit because it's still further out beyond the mat, so we know that that's past energy. So I'm just gonna bring it in a little bit closer for the picture and for you guys to see once I bring the camera down and closer to the bones and the charms. All right, let's do it. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Then, oh, actually no, go this way. Okay. No, I did that wrong. I was correct this way. Hold on. Getting my cord. Okay. Technical difficulties, but we got it. All right, let's see here, Aquarius. Where Spirit wants me to start. Definitely have a lot going on, and everything feels, if you can see by the looks of it, kind of spread out between 3 of these quadrants. So a lot in spiritual and conscious, a lot in body and mental health, and then a lot in relationships and love. The one with the least amount is probably work and money. So there may be stuff going on there, but less of a focus and more kind of in the other areas here. So just give me a moment. I'm going to hover my hand over and see where exactly Spirit wants me to start your reading. All right, Spirit's guide my hands, please. Messages for Aquarius. Where do you want me to start the reading? Hey, spirits, where would you like me to start the reading? It's like right in the center. I don't know what that means though, because I still would I need to know which quadrant. It felt hot over here where the little witch in the charm is. I mean the witch charm on top of the yes. So that would technically be in the relationships and love quadrant. Let me double check. Spirits, you want me to start? Yes, that's where they want me to start. Okay, let's do it here, Aquarius. Well, let's see. Okay, so what does the little witch symbol mean for me? She is my symbol for friends or friendship, okay, or one friend, right? Whatever it may be. But she's riding on top of the yes coin, which is also a little bit in the center here. Remember how I said in the center circle, whatever's in that circle is going to affect all the areas throughout the month, okay? But with her being, if we follow this dotted line as well, she's in the relationships and love quadrant here, Capricorn. So it could be that there is, you know, a friend or group of friends, or this friendship like energy that wants to help give you something and give you a yes in your relationships and love. So when we talk about this quadrant, it is all relationships, okay? It is platonic, romantic, and even self-love, okay? I feel that this friend or group of friends or friendship like energy wants to help bring in more freedom in how you interact with your relationship to yourself and with others, with the freedom cuffs here. This is perhaps something that you've been thinking about for quite some time, Aquarius. I think I called you Capricorn, but I meant to say Aquarius. All right. And this could also have something to do with bringing more of a freedom movement, okay, in your relationships here throughout the month of July. Again, something that you or someone else or multiple people has been thinking about with quite some time here, with the freedom cuffs also touching the bicycle. The freedom cuffs are also touching the honeybee, okay? And the honeybee is about our teamwork, but teamwork power, but also our individual innate power, and how that effort is felt. So, how does our individual power and our teamwork power affect all of our relationships? Well, main thing we see here is the Norse symbol for protection. So there's a lot of protective energy here throughout the month here, Aquarius, in all of your relationships. And there could be one or a group of relationships or just feminine energy, receiving energy. Sorry, let me turn that down. In some of your relationships here, that may be helping you also cut something away, okay? I just wanted to make sure there was nothing else here. With the Norse symbol for protection touching the scissors, right? So some type of relationship with Cupid here, it could be self-love, it could be romantic love, or it could be platonic love with friends and family that perhaps needs to be, something about that relationship needs to be cut away, or something in it needs to be cut away. Because when you do this here, Aquarius, it's perhaps going to bring more happiness in with the sun charm here. And this can also make you or someone else or multiple people, general environment situation, feel more like themselves and feel like they have the freedom to be themselves here with the hummingbird, and not care what other people think about how they relate to themselves and others, because it's going to bring in all this happiness energy with it, okay? There could also be some type of leap of faith here, Aquarius, that needs to happen within a relationship or a series of different relationships. But it is blessed with that Norse symbol for protection, okay? It is also blessed with good luck over here, okay? So you've got the horseshoe and the ladybug inside the horseshoe. What do you have over here? You've got your lucky rabbit's foot, and part of it is also, seeing where the dotted line is in your relationships and love section, all right? So double good luck, okay? I also see that if there were any questions in the recent past, or even still currently, with the question mark over here sitting on top of the puzzle piece that's half going in body, mental, and half going in relationships and love, that you will get answers for that, okay? Again, with cutting away something in some type of relationship, or multiple relationships here, something about the relationship or how you relate to yourself and others. I also see here, Aquarius, that with this symbol for Capricorn showing up here, that's my symbol for Capricorn. It could have like one relationship in particular, could be with a Capricorn or someone who's got a lot of Capricorn in their chart, or it could be referencing Capricorn season of this year, of last year, or next year, or it could just be the general characteristics of Capricorn. So putting in effort here in relationships with ourselves and others, and how can we have feminine energy over here but also have masculine energy over here with the coyote penis. So maybe harnessing that more masculine aggressive energy with how we're putting an effort in our relationships, and how can we have more flexibility there. Also, the goat climbs up the mountain, right? Capricorn energy. So having flexibility and really difficult roads if there's something going on in one relationship or multiple. But really finding also the freedom within our relationships here with the ship anchor. So dropping the anchor when we need to stop and lifting it when we need to go. So security and freedom. If we go down this way, Aquarius, I feel that there is a supportive energy with some type of emotions here. And this could be recent past energy or still going on, but basically, if you can see, the snake vertebrae is like almost inside, or right underneath there, the cup. Okay, so it's a supportive, um, it's supporting something emotionally supportive energy that perhaps you've been longing for in your relationships for quite some time. And maybe it is, also this more masculine energy is helping that, or it was in the past, and then you have it again. Oops, I just knocked that over. Again, more masculine energy over here. So if this is more past energy because it's off the mat, then you still have it over here with the masculine energy and the effort being put into something. I just messed that up, but that's okay. It's basically like that. So I'm gonna move this and make sure there's nothing under there. Your lucky rabbit's foot. So there wasn't. Okay. But yeah, that was kind of hopefully pretty straightforward in regards to your relationships and love quadrant. And hopefully the camera will focus here in just a minute. Sometimes it does that from time to time. Come on now, camera. Do you want to focus on the Aquarius word? No? Come on, you can do it. Almost there. All right, well, we're going to our other quadrant anyway. So there we go. Now it wants to focus. Camera's just messing with me sometimes. Okay. So we went from relationships into and love, and now into the body and mental health quadrant. Okay. So you got quite a few charms going on and bones in this one as well. Your turkey wishbone's all the way out here, and I don't even think I have that in the picture. I didn't even see that. So I'm gonna have to retake the picture in a minute, or I'll do it at the end again. But yeah, basically stuff that falls off the mat could be more past energy here, Aquarius. So there could be something that you were wishing for in the past, or something in the past that, yes, was a wish, but had a lot of more details to it in the past in regards to your body and mental health. Now, this past energy could also have something to do with a passed on loved one, friend, or family member with the coffin here, but it doesn't have to be. Now, this energy in the past here, Aquarius, could also have something to do with the Pisces. So it doesn't have to be, what we have the symbol for Pisces here. It could have something to do with Pisces season. It could have something to do with where you have Pisces in your chart, or someone else does. Or it's just the imagery, the water energy, going with the flow here, not going against the tide, but going with the tide. You do have a lot of good luck in regards to your health in general here, with the lucky charm, okay, the 4-leaf clover. And a lot of masculine energy coming in here for you, Aquarius, with one of the raccoon penis bones, starting over in, okay, let's turn that down. Starting over in your spiritual unconscious, and then crossing over into your body and mental health. So it's like your spiritual team is really helping you here balance that more aggressive energy in the 3D physical world in terms of your body and mental health. So you got double like spiritual team coming in here. So passed on loved ones, friends, family, guardian angels, ancestors coming in with the skeleton hand on top of it. It's almost like, we got you, we got it. We're helping you bring more balance to these areas with the Libra symbol here. So it could have something to do with the Libra as well, or Libra season, or Libra in your chart. If it's not those things, it could just be, yeah, having something equal give and take. So maybe focusing on the body and the mental and the spiritual, because again, all these things are touching, and then they go off into that section when we get there, right? But yeah, where your head is at, right? Where the two different skulls are in the reading, okay, it can tell us a lot. So you've got one in body and mental, and the other one's over there in spiritual, okay? So you could have a lot here on your mind, Aquarius, something to do with a home or in the home with the chair charm here crossing into both of these quadrants. But it was kind of touching or very close to touching, so something definitely being on your mind here. It could also be like how, if we think of our body as a temple or a home, how are we treating it? That's another way to kind of look at it here. Again, this could be about you, Aquarius, or someone else, or multiple people, general environment, situation, about their health. So take it how it may resonate for you. But I also see, if we go this way a little bit, with the fork being all the way out here, there could also be like a special emphasis here, Aquarius, on diet. So not just physical diet in the body, what are we physically eating, but also mentally, what are we mentally digesting and feeding ourselves, okay? And how does that affect all of our areas? With here, with the listening bells, it could be that your spiritual team is trying to get you to listen to something in particular that they think would help benefit your physical and mental health here. This spiritual team, also with the skeleton hand here, is like, we are going to help you manifest how to protect your body and your mental health. So beautiful with the safety pin here. They could also be saying something about travel, or wanting to travel, or will be traveling. Something about, if you travel in your physical body somewhere, how this can bring you more abundance. Okay, with the money bags touching the ship charm here. It could also be talking about needing to be around water or drink more water, is another way to interpret it too here, Aquarius. But it felt, more like actually maybe traveling within your physical body, whatever that may mean for you. Now, if we look over here, we have the rope symbol and the elephant on top of it, right on top of, over the word mental, right? So this is talking about if there are some memories, because elephants always remember, so it's my symbol for memories. If there is some memories that are not as pleasing, right, from the past, that over time there's a way to process this and have better mental health. Okay, because again, the water is going to help us cleanse those things. Traveling, getting new perspective, helps us put those past memories in perspective too, and brings us more abundance, not just money, but whatever it is we want for our body and mental health. Okay, this is really beautiful here, Aquarius. There could be a wish that you have, or someone has, a general environment has, that is like a wish for something that is very centered in the heart chakra, with it being laying on top of this person meditating that's on the mat. Okay, so wishing for this heart chakra wish that has something to do with knowledge that's obtained either through the heart chakra, or helps facilitate the heart chakra here, or something to do with not only the heart chakra but the actual heart. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a personal practitioner, right? So always talk to your doctors and personal practitioners, right? But there is also something here, Aquarius, where listening to our root chakra, our sacral chakra, listening to those things with the seashell here, having also this beautiful feminine energy coming in there. Maybe there needs a more softer feminine energy to those chakras that may help overall your health. But this is going to bring more balance with the yin and yang here, and just really help with the vibrations within your body or someone else's body, and their mental health too. I see also a lot of clearing going on. Sorry, let me turn the camera more this way. Clearing going on that is in the mental and that is in the body and mental health section, but it's also in the spiritual section here, okay? Because the leaf is crossing those dotted lines, it's in both. Oops, I was trying to flip this over. With the turtle here, we also have a need to go slow with this cleansing energy too here, Aquarius. And I don't know what that is. I think that's the letter message document charm, but let me flip it over. Yep. No, flippy. Okay. So Saturn, get back where you were. Everybody back where they were. So interesting. So here we have right in the center that's affecting everything to all the different quadrant sections is the alligator claw is like its thumb or one of its fingers is holding down the letter message document charm that is in the body and mental health quadrant too. Okay, if you follow those dotted imaginary line points, it would be like right there. So you could get here, Aquarius, some type of letter message document from a doctor or somebody about something about your health or someone else's, or it could just come in general from your spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, what have you. It's going to be different for everybody. But I feel like it's going to help with this this clearing and cleansing energy too, and help like you go slow or help someone go slow, or the energy go slow with those things too. Because it, yeah, and we'll come back to that when we in the other section. Now here I do see that there is some type of love, right, with Cupid half being in this section too, that is helping you cut away maybe some old habits like that you have with the body and the mental here, and just making like better health choices in general. I see a lot of new ideas coming in here that may come from a teacher or mentor or spiritual guide, guru, or you are providing those things, leadership qualities for others with some type of new ideas about body and mental health. This is beautifully supporting some type of transformation here with the butterfly that was laying on top. I just kind of had to move it over. And this transformation that's happening in the body and mental health areas could also be helping bring more answers to any past questions that were missing pieces of the puzzle in terms of someone's health. And then with the symbol for Sagittarius energy, could be have something to do with the Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be Sagittarius season in your chart, someone else's, or it could just be, focusing on a health goal, mental health goal or physical health goal, and then just like going after it. Like, so finding a target and pulling the arrow back and letting it release. Okay. And it could be that this target is really, focused on, and there's a commercial, sorry. I was trying to have background music and it does that, of course, every time I want to turn it back up. But anyway, this could be that this part of this transformation is really focused on the mental health because it's pointing to that word on the mat there too. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here so far, Aquarius, in terms of the body and mental health here. So let's now go over to your spiritual quadrant. Okay, since we kind of talked about some of the things that are already on the line, it just kind of makes sense to go this way, and then we'll go down that way and finish up over there. But let's start off and see with what we have further out on the mat. So here we have your other skull. We've got a human teeth bone. We've got your other raccoon penis bone. We've got Leo energy over here, the lion. Okay, and we have, again, the other first raccoon penis bone here and Pegasus. And then everything else is pretty much on the mat. So energy that falls outside of the mat but still in that quadrant can be energy from the past, whatever the past is for you, right? So with the skull being all the way out here, Aquarius, it could be that you or someone else has really been thinking about spirituality, your subconscious, the unconscious, and perhaps how to manifest that energy in a more aggressive way, in terms of how do I get spiritually strong? How do I have more passionate, passionate and compassionate energy spiritually and consciously? How can I just show more strength and be spiritually strong? Is what I'm hearing. This could have something to do with an actual Leo that's helping you here with this Aquarius, or something during Leo season, but it doesn't have to be, or Leo wherever it is in your chart. Or it could just be in general what we said, the passion and the creativity and compassion spiritually within ourselves and others. I feel like this could be something that you've been longing for quite some time. And this might have something to do with working with children, your children or someone else's children, or just this childlike energy, or even, in terms of inner child work, and how we can manifest that with the bumblebee underneath the child's head, for our teamwork with others, but also our individual power. Okay. So I really like how that came out here for you, Aquarius, there. I also see that in the recent past, or still going on currently, there's a lot of cleansing energy with the leaf here. I'm just moving it over so you can see it. Excuse me. That is spiritually cleansing, clearing away things in the subconscious, unconscious. It could have something to do with fall season too. Not for everybody, since it's general reading, but take it how it may resonate. So fall season of this year, of last year, even next year. But if it's not fall season, it could just be clearing away the dead leaves, the cleansing energy, and making room for new leaves, right? Now here with Pegasus being on this side of the line and in the quadrant, it's like how manifesting, again, using this more masculine, aggressive energy, how can I find more spiritual freedom with Pegasus here, more unconscious, subconscious freedom, and how that again relates to all my health, my physical, mental, and spiritual health. Okay, all connected, right? If there was a little bit of stagnant energy, or still is, it feels very small here, Aquarius, with the lock right on the line. Your angels, spirit guides, ancestors are like, don't worry about it, we got you. So the angel coin is on top of the snake rib bone here. So if there was constrictive energy and feeling stressed out about a little bit of stagnant spiritual energy, your angels are coming in here, your guides are coming in here and saying, we're going to help you with those spiritual unconscious dreams, whether they're actual dreams while you're sleeping, or what you want in terms of your spiritual unconscious dreams for the future, like your goals for your spiritual health. Okay, they got you. That's what I'm hearing. Now with over here on this side, Aquarius, there could be also like some type of person or position of authority, or someone with a lot of confidence here, or leadership roles with the spiritual unconscious, that either wants to help you with these things, or you want to help others with the knowledge that you may have about these things. It could be vice versa, or it could be both. But I do see that energy showing up here as well. If there was something, again, within the home, with the chair being on the line, the dotted line here too, it could be that home is where you find your North Star. Okay? Now, because we're talking about the spiritual unconscious quadrant here, Aquarius, it's like your spiritual home, where you find your North Star, is going to change, and it's different for everybody. It changes. It could change throughout your life, right? But that's something that you're really thinking about, or someone's really thinking about here. How can I find my spiritual home? How can I find also, if we go back this way, this beautiful peaceful energy with the doves? So when we bring in more of flexibility with the dog ankle bone, more flexibility with the spiritual unconscious realms, flexibility also with our spiritual family, and how we give back to others. So here we see the seahorse and the fish. I'm just, well, whatever, you can still see it's a fish. Moving it back here a little bit, okay? So the more flexibility that we have here, Aquarius, with our spiritual family, okay, our spiritual team, whatever that may be, whoever that is for you, whether it's passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, guardian angels, etc. How can we work with that team and find the peaceful energy to give back to others and have more prosperity? These are all things that could be going on this month for you or someone else. Now, if we move, if we move the alligator claw over a little bit to see what's underneath there and get closer, we have the symbol Saturn, right? We have the corn, okay, that's going right on the line there. And then, of course, we have the feather, the turtle we talked about, and a little bit of the letter envelope, okay? So here, with the alligator claw being on top of all of those things, it's what we're striving for, what we're reaching for, manifesting for. So here, Aquarius, again, it's what am I digesting spiritually with the corn here? What am I digesting in my subconscious, in my unconscious? Okay, and how can I be more serious with that? So it could be what's also going on when you're sleeping, of course, but it could also just be what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're listening to, all those things on a spiritual level. If there's more negative stuff that you don't vibe with or feel connected to, you can release those things with the feather. Just go slow with your clearing, release those things, because maybe it's something that you didn't even realize that you were doing or someone else was doing, because you get this information with the letter message document, and then you're like, okay, I can change a little bit of those things and focus more on how that affects my overall health here. Okay, so I'm going to move this back kind of, well, I think it was more like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, it's not exact, that's why we take pictures in the beginning, because then things move. Now, finally here, Aquarius, if we pull all the way back to, we're going to get to your last quadrant. So this is your work and money section quadrant. So we got one of your teeth, human teeth bones all the way out here. We got one of the seashells. We've got part of the lucky rabbit's foot also in this quadrant. Okay, we've got also part of the raccoon penis bone that was in the spiritual is also coming into the work and money. All right, so when we look at past energy, things further out, right? This could be something that you have been digesting and thinking about for quite some time, or someone else was, with a general environment situation, in terms of how do I continue to have good luck in my work and money? How can I use both masculine and feminine energies to manifest those things, and also bring in some type of healing with the way that I think about money, right? So we can have poverty consciousness or poverty mindset with money as just an example. I'm not saying that you have that, Aquarius. But yeah, definitely thinking about how to use this healing type of energy, or this, if it's not healing may not be the right word, but it could be like a regeneration, let me slow down. Regenerative power. How can I make the little money, let's say I have in one area, grow? Because if we cut off this lizard's tail, if it's a certain type of lizard, it's going to grow back. So it's almost like, how can I, or someone else, or multiple people, general environment situation within work and money, finances, make my money come back and maybe make it bigger, right? Or just come back in general, so you don't have any losses, right? So let's say you didn't earn any money, but you didn't lose any money, if that makes sense. Okay, it's gonna be different. But there are answers that are gonna come from thinking about how you have healing with money, and with any different money consciousness concepts, how we think about money and work. Okay, there is a healing there that can happen. Now over here with that masculine energy with the raccoon penis bone coming in here right next to the dog ankle bone, it's like, how can I be more flexible? So we talk about masculine energy stereotype can be that, and everyone has masculine and feminine, that it's very aggressive in the 3D physical world. So how can we balance that to have more flexibility with that aggressive energy? And how can the flexibility that's brought in or is coming in or is going to come in, how can that bring us more abundance with the Buckeye here? Bring in even more money, bring in even more work opportunities, or whatever it is that you or someone else wants to like manifest in these areas. Because the flexibility and that abundance does affect our work and money environment here with the spider and the spider web. Okay. Now, this flexibility here too can also affect our family, possibly in a positive way here, with the tail end of the seahorse that was in the spiritual quadrant, then coming in into the work and money quadrant. Okay, so that can be our physical family, or it can be whatever we consider family, our tribe, friends, etc. Okay, but how this can also be bringing in more substance, okay, with the corn over here. Okay, so how can we bring in more healthy work environments or healthy money environments, whatever it is? Now, remember, we said that there could also be a friend here in the beginning of the reading, or group of friends, or friendship energy that can help not only in romance and platonic and relationships and self-love, because it's more on that side, but they're both right on the line. So there is also this beautiful energy of yes, okay, here, Aquarius, during the month of July, yes to something with work and money. Now I want to lift it up and see what is underneath here. Okay, so here we have the water charm, and we have the clouds charm. Okay, so emotion, something maybe in terms of money and work was emotionally confusing. Okay, oh, sorry, you can see it better this way. Something was maybe emotionally confusing in some way, but with this yes coin being over top of it, it's like stay with it here, Aquarius, because it could be more in your environment, since it's also touching the spider web, right? So if there's something emotionally confusing in your work or money environment, it's they're telling me, Spirit is telling me to stay with it. The little witch just fell off the coin. Hold on. Get back here, witch. Okay. Stay with it, because there is a friend or group of friends, or this friendly energy that's going to come in and hopefully make that emotional confusion in the environment kind of go away. Okay, so stay with it. All right, so now just kind of summarize things up, sum it up here, Aquarius. If we pull all the way back, and again, see all the things that fell in the center that affect all the different areas. Again, you have letter, message, document, some type of information coming in, either from you or to you, from a person, spirit guides, guardian angels, etc. There's also the Saturn energy here that wants you to get you more serious, with Saturn going, I think it was direct on June 30th, the end of June. So it's definitely going to go into July and beyond. Getting more serious about all these different areas in your life in some shape or form. Also thinking about the substance and how these different areas in your life can be affected by the different things that we digest or download, right? And then also the beautiful blessings of the yes coin and the friendship energy here, okay? And then also the tail end of the hummingbird here. So, doing things that we're naturally good at, okay? The hummingbird flies backwards in nature. The other birds might not understand that or make fun of them, right? In their own bird way. So it's like continuing to fly backwards, because the hummingbird is the fastest bird and it gets the sweetest nectar. So continuing here, Aquarius, to do the things that you're naturally good at, and not necessarily caring what other people think, is really important during this time. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing here for you, Aquarius. So thank you so much for your views, for your likes, for your shares and subscriptions. All great free ways to support the channel here, since I am doing these readings for free if you feel guided. And also, when I put this on the other, let's just put this back up here while I close out too. When I put it back up on, or not back up, but when I put it on also Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and all the things, if you found your way from there to here, again, just sharing or liking the video or subscribing, all free ways to support the channel. It does really help me here if you feel guided. All right, but you guys take care. I'm gonna take a break and attend to the animals and stuff, and then I will be back with the final last two for July. So we'll be continuing on with Pisces and Aries in a little bit if you want to come back. All right, and if not, you guys take care. I'll see you later. All right.